Namaskaram. Recently, my wife had her US visa interview, and she was really nervous about the interview because she didn't know what questions she was going to face. So I started asking about people who actually went through the process to find out what questions they were asked. And the fact was, many of them already forgot all the questions because you are already tensed or in a nervous situation during the interview, and who is going to remember all the questions? So I told my wife, as soon as you finish with the US visa interview, when you come out, just send me a voicemail including all the questions you remember. So that I can actually share and it could be helpful for other people, right? So this is the video about the questions my wife had to face or whatever question she was asked. Before that, on the screen you can see the list of documents, whatever we took for the interview. But again, she was on a F2A category. So basically, I am filing for my wife. So she had to actually go for the interview, she and my child. So I filed for my wife and child. So she was on a F2A visa category. So on the screen, you can see the list of documents, what are required and optional. So I did not take all the documents, but I took all the required documents, some of the optionals as well. Now it's up to you. All right, let's look into the questions. I'm going to use a book because my wife wrote down all the questions. So I'll read out all the questions. So the first question she was asked was, what's your name? So you have to state your name just like what is on your passport, because many people leave out the middle name or the house name. So make sure your name exactly as it is on the passport. And the second question was like, what's your date of birth? And next one was date of marriage. And the next question was like, when was the first time we ever met? Like me and my wife. So the date and the time they were asking, like time and since the place. And then they also asked, like, the next question was like, how many years we know each other? And next thing was like, next question was, what is the spouse's job? So basically, the question was for her, right? So she was asked like, what's your husband's job? So she has to answer, what's my job? Also, they asked like, which city I live in US. And they also, since the baby was with her, they also asked baby's date of birth. And also, like, they also asked, like, are we the biological parents to the baby? And then also, my wife was in UK, so they asked, like, how many times I have visited her in UK, and when was the last time I visited the UK? So make sure you remember all the dates and all these, common questions. And because they have all the information, that's the craziest part about it, because they track you. They have all information, dates and everything, because during the process, you yourself actually giving all the documents, right? So they know everything. They just want to make sure whatever you're giving is actually matching with what you said. So be, careful with that one. And then, all right. And then the next question was like, when did she move to UK? And how did she move to UK? And what is she working as? What's her job in UK? And these were the questions that she was asked. And some of the other common questions I thought I'll share because I'm already making the video, right? Some of the other common questions are like, how did you meet your husband? Like, or her wife. So sometimes they ask like, how did you meet? Like the place and she was asked like when and the place. So here, like, how did you meet your spouse? And the next question, common question is like, when and where you met your spouse? And how long have you been married? And do you have any children together? So these are some of the other common questions too. Yes. So mostly for F2A categories, you don't have to be nervous because your visa is already like halfway approved. The reason is because if you actually give all the documents right and if you are going legally, you don't have to really worry because they have all the information. Whatever documents you are given, they have verified. You are just going there to actually get the stamp. But if you have given some, false information or wrong documents, then you can be in trouble. But if you're doing the right thing, you don't have to be scared of anything. But again, these are just common questions, right? Remember those and then go for the interview. I hope this video has helped someone because I couldn't find a video about using questions and answers for the US interview for the F2A. So hopefully this one could help someone. If you have any questions, you can always leave it in the comment. I'll try to answer. Thank you.